it's Denise with Wondubar Crafts. Today I'm going to start a new journal. I am going to be using the Seneca Pond Crafts Practical Beekeepers journaling kit, and I will link that below. And I thought I would do this as just a craft along kind of thing, create because we can, you know, because we can. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know, you guys get it. But I've already chosen my cover for it, and I've already done some prep work. I printed everything out that I wanted to put in it because I'm going to use some different kits from hers along with the Practical Beekeeper kit. And this journal, I've kind of been planning it in my head for a while. I want, obviously, the bees, but I also want something that signifies summer to me and maybe to some other individuals. It's not, for me, summer just isn't about summer fun in the sun and the beach. It's about, you know, the bees. They do start to pollinate in the spring and through the summer, but that's what brings like the strawberries and, you know, I imagine blue jeans and, you know, eyelet lace shirts when we were a kid, you know, the cute little ruffly little, instead of wearing a t-shirt, you wore a nice little, it was like a little blouse or something, and it was just a pullover with eyelet lace on the sleeves, and going and picking strawberries and just having that kind of fun in the summer, you know. And maybe some of you can relate. Hopefully it all ties together. So I did pull some stuff that kind of remind me of that. She had, I did print her bingo card kit. Well, it's actually not a kit, it's like a page. I did, and I cut them all out. I thought these might make some cute little cards in there. And she has the strawberry mason jars, and I loved them. Because, you know, it's all about strawberries. So I printed them in a smaller version. And, of course, the full size. And I love it. Look, strawberry pies. And it's all about baking. And strawberry goodness. And yummy. Strawberries are, like, one of my favorite fruits. You know. And I can't keep them in the house because they are also my son's favorite fruit. And the great thing is we have a winery that's probably like 4 or 5 miles from here. And they, on occasion, grow strawberries out there in the fields. And when you do, you can go and buy a big crate. And you can just go through the fields and just pick your crate and pay one price. And you got strawberries. So yummy. And then she had the vintage ephemera mason jars, which I also printed, which I thought would also go good. Because, you know, in the summer, we like to plant everything in the spring, and then we yield what we sow. And some of us, you know, I try and do some canning every summer. Doesn't always happen. Because a lot of it depends on what happens. But I do make strawberry lemon peel jam, and I like pickling and doing that kind of stuff, so it's fun. So I thought this would be something that, you know, reminded me of this, and I could put it in a journal and reflect that. I hope. She also has like a vintage ephemera library cards, and I've used this in a previous journal, but I have those printed out as well. So those make cute little cards. So those are already cut out. And she had a vintage seed, the catalog covers for the seed packs. So I printed and backed them on some different kinds of paper, and I may or may not use all of them, but I wanted them available in case I did. And then I was going to use these envelopes in the previous one and decided against it, but I'm going to add those into this journal These are from Selena's, her first coffee dyeing. Hi, Selena. So I want to use those in there. And then I avocado dyed some photo paper. And as you can see, you can get like this from the same batch, 2 different colors. But I thought it would be cool to emboss this again and do something like that, and some envelopes as well. Oh, there's more of the seed packet. Put that over here. And the kit does come with like a little mini book. So, and she has instructions on there to back it with one of the backing papers and then cut it out. So we'll go through and do maybe that. And I did back these on the graph paper and the line paper as well on those. It also came with some mason jars, you know. Honey sometimes comes in a mason jar, or at least it appears to come that way. They've got some places here that you can buy local honey, which is, I don't know if you guys are aware, if you have allergies, sometimes it's good to, if you can stomach, some people can't stomach honey or the sweetness of it, but if you can, go to like a local, find yourself a local shop that produce their own honey locally with the local bees, because it's like my son and I both have allergies, and it helps if we eat honey that's local, because it has all the local pollen in it. So your body builds a natural resistance to it, and it helps, because before we did it, allergies were a nightmare. It's like you get up out of bed and it's just, you can't do anything because you just feel so bogged down from the allergies. And then there's some ACT cards and some little tags and envelopes in there. I love this one. And of course, you know, it is a beekeeper's one, the Practical Beekeeper, and because it's bees, you can put botanical, fruit, trees, nature, any of that stuff together with this. So I like that possibility with this kit. And some pockets and tags, tabs, not tags, tabs, page tabs, some postcards, and some file folders. And the background pages are gorgeous. Now these I printed out. This is gonna, I think, line my, it's gonna be my tip-in pages. I really liked this pattern. I really did. And then you get these other 2 backgrounds, which I'm gonna use as signature covers, which I've already put together some of the pages in here, but I'm going to rough them up, and I'm going to show you here what I mean by that here in a minute. I got to put all this back in the pack. Alright, we'll put that up there for now. I left this one page, but I did do these, and I did end up getting myself a glass mat for inking, because my friend Allie, the Cockney Crafter, she did it, and I was like, yeah, I can see the practicality of it. And then Amy, the Crafty Cat, started using hers, and I noticed that since I got mine and started using it, I don't have as much dirt or to have to clean up, you know, the ink all over everything. So I went and got it. I got it at the Goodwill. It was like 99 cents. So it was brand new, still in the package. I was like, alright, that works. For $1, I'll use it. But her kit also comes with these pages in here that's like a mini beekeeper book. And there are 8 of them. I believe there's 8. There's more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8, but there's 15 actual pages. So what I did with this one is I backed it with just tea stain paper, and I'll use that as my signature and put some like pockets and stuff like that and decorate it. I went and bought some really pretty bee stamps and I'm looking for strawberry ones now to try and finish it up. But anyways, what the pages when they print, you can see they're kind of off-center, and they're intended to be that way. And what I did was I used my little ripper tool to kind of rough the edges to make it look like it's an old book, you know. And what I want to do is put this as my center signature, and kind of like, you know, you had this great summer journal, and then it was an old, you know, hand-me-down book from a family heirloom or something, you know, and it's just kind of tucked in there in the center to, you know, make notes and remind us of times gone by that, you know, how they used to do all the beekeeping and stuff. So I thought that was pretty. So I thought I'd do that one on camera, and then I want to rough up the edges on all of these as well. So it won't be a nice smooth cut edged journal. It's going to have that nice rough vintage look to it, I hope. Alright, so let me go put this back in, some of this stuff back in my little pouch so I don't lose it, and I'll be right back and we'll get started. Alright, so I got my ink and I got my ruler, and I really didn't measure out like how big it was. What I essentially did was just lined it up to my mat, the edge of the paper, and then as you can see it's off a little bit, but I just tilted it and rip and get all the frustration from whatever the day done, right? Get it out. So I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I did. I played with my new, I got a Cricut Explorer Air 2, and I got to play a little bit with it. And it was frustrating when I first got it because I could not get it to hook up. I got it to hook up Bluetooth to my phone, to my iPad, to my, but I couldn't get it to hook up to my computer, my Mac, or my PC. So I was like, why isn't it doing it? I can't figure it out. My son was not here. I was frustrated. When he got home, he looked at it and he's like, Mom. He just shook his head. He's like, Mom, it is connecting. I said, yeah, but it's not pairing. He said, it doesn't need to pair. It's already connecting. For some reason, it was, instead of like my iPad or my iPhone, where you have to pair it and give the code and everything, it was just auto-connecting. And it was kind of like connected in the background, but it wasn't showing the Bluetooth until I went to go make something. Then it connected through the Bluetooth, and then it worked fine. So, you know, technology, gotta love it. But I will say that if you guys have got one, you've probably already figured this out. But if you haven't got one and you're considering it, understand there is no manual that tells you how to hook anything up. None whatsoever. So I kind of had to figure it out because their little hello kind of I think that's what they think is a version of a owner's manual or something. But you know, when you get a piece of equipment, normally it tells you, here's where you plug it in, you know, here's where you go here to download your, it had none of that. I had to kind of pick through it to figure it out. So the best advice I can give you is, if you get one, put the power cord in, and then go to the Cricut website that's listed in there, because then you have to download the program for your computer, or your, you know, or go, and if you're going to use like an iPad or an iPhone, go to the store, Play Store there, and or iTunes store or whatever, and get the Cricut design map, whatever it's called, first, because then once you get there, there's like a tutorial that shows you how to set everything up and how to calibrate it and all that good stuff. So, alright. Ink those edges kind of a little bit. Kind of darken them up. Because I kind of wanted it to look like an old book that's kind of falling apart. You know, like if you touch it, it's going to crumble. So, but that's how I made these pages. And then this one will be my center here. So, and let's see. What do I want to do with these? Now, I've already picked out like my pagers in here. So I'm going to have, this is my outer. There's some tea stained. And then I got some old vintage dictionary pages. This one, I found the page that said strawberries on it. I think it's on the inside, yeah. And here's strawberries in here. I thought that was kind of cute. And then I've got some vintage, it's a old 20th century typewriting book. The kind that like opened like this way. It's from the 50s. So I put that in there. And I got a doily from my friend Cindy. Hi Cindy. Put that in there. Some German music paper that's, I'm going to have to washi tape it because it's kind of falling apart. And part of the kit, the lined paper there. This page was an ad and it was sent to me. Ooh, I put it in there backwards. From my friend Amy, the crafty cat. Hello Amy. And it's got strawberries on it, so it's perfect. And just a piece of tea-stained lined paper in here. And I might put, I don't know, flip-flop like, and then put that in the center. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. That's why I don't sew anything in until after I've kind of figured out what I want to do. So, I'm trying to figure out how I want to, I think I want to, like I said, I want to rough that up. But I don't want them, I don't want my signatures all this small. So, my cover is 8.5 high and 5 1/4 wide. Let's see, and I think this is what, 5.5, right? Yeah, standard sheets 5.5. So I think what I want to do is go to 5, because if my cover is 5 1/4, that gives that little gap there. So I rip this one at 5, and then I should be able to mark all the rest to where I want to rip it. So, yeah, I'll do that. But I had some fun yesterday. I got my friend Allie. Hi, Allie, Cockney Crafter. She got some exciting news, and I'm not going to spill the beans because that's for her to do. But I'm so excited for her. So happy for her. So, I can't wait to see pictures, Allie. I want to see some pictures. We want to see those in your journals, in your weekly journal. That's what we want to see. Pictures, pictures. And then I'm excited for my friend Amy. Hi, Amy. She got a new sewing machine. Her sewing machine was kind of out of whack. And so she got a new one for her birthday. And so she's going to get to go back to sewing again. And she's very happy about it. I'm happy for her. And for the first time, I didn't go live, but I did the Google's Hangout thing with Tammy from My World in OKC. Hi, Tammy. And we kind of chit-chatted and crafted a little bit yesterday, and that was fun. So I'm hoping that things go kind of well, I'll maybe go live with her and do like a crafting thing with one of her when she does her Monday things or something, or whenever she does her live thing. So I might try it, give it a try. I don't know. I'm nervous about it for other reasons, but you know, because I'm not worried about talking. Obviously, I do videos, and I goof up. It happens. We're human, right? We are human. Okay, and then I gotta do the top too. Let's see. So if we're 8.5 high, my paper's 8.5. I gotta come down at least what? 1/4 inch on each, so it's 1/2 inch I gotta take off. So 1/4 inch from each. Oh boy. Let's see if we can get 1/4 inch under this ruler. Amy said that she puts pressure on it. If you put pressure where you're tearing or something, it makes it much easier, which is true, but there we go. Because I want to really give it kind of a rough edge. Very grungy and tattery and old looking, you know. There is going to drive me nuts. There we go. And this is probably going to be a lot of work to try and get these pages all roughed up. So I'll get this one inked, and then I will go through and do them, and then come back, and we can pick up. So if you're wanting to do the kit along the journal with me, it's cool. If not, you're just crafting and hanging out. Welcome, welcome, and let's have some fun. Let's create and just have fun, right? I mean, that's what it's about, is just having fun. You know, making mistakes along the way. We learn from our mistakes, but, you know, I think when you make a little mistake, it's not a big deal, because it's art, right? I mean, it fits so well in the junk journaling community. I mean, it's like my friend Amy was saying on, I think, her last video, you know, it's hard to be perfect with junk journaling, because it's exactly that. It's junk, right? I mean, not to say what's in it is junk, you know, but it is. It's a junk journal, so it's not intended to be perfect and pristine. And some people do. They do make them perfect and pristine, and that's their forte. That's what they like. Awesome. Because those look beautiful too. I've seen some that are just, you know, to die for. And because they're so pristine and perfect, but you know, you got to make it how you like it. Some people like them darker and grungier and more, I don't want to say mysterious, but they have that, you know, that dark element, you know, to it. And then other people, you know, I don't typically do mine that dark. I do like a little bit of grunge on it. I don't like, but the last one that I did, that Easter parade, was the first time I've done a journal that did not have inking in it. And it was a little weird for me, but I enjoyed doing it. It was fun. You know, it was something different and kind of got me out of that box. And it still came out beautiful, I think. And I wanted to give it a try, so I did. It's not something I probably would do all the time, because I like a little grunge on mine. and some people, like I said, they like that darker grunge. You know, I'm kind of starting to appreciate a little bit of the steampunk. Some of it is I really, really like. Other parts of it I'm just not. I'm kind of, you know, I can see the beauty in it, but it's just not my, I really can't, my brain doesn't piece it with something. You know, I can't fit it with something, where other people, man, they get those and they can just fit it. Oh, it goes with this and it goes with that, and I just can't. I can't get it. I don't know. Like I said, and it's personal preference. You know, not everybody is gonna like my art, and that's okay, because they have their own little thing. It's okay. And then there's other people that are gonna enjoy my art, and I enjoy so many different things. I'm kind of eclectic that way, but you know, some things you're just kind of like, meh. It's beauty. I can see the beauty in it. It's just not for me. You know, it is what it is. So let me go ahead and get these all done, because that might take some time. If you are, you know, wanting to craft along, go ahead and hit your pause and get all your signature pages cut where you want them, if you're going to rough them up or leave them the way they are, and then we'll just pick right back up where we left off. So I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, and I have went ahead and inked all of the ephemera from the actual kit. I have not done the other ephemera. I will probably ink that as I go if I use it. Yeah, I got ink all over my fingers. But I went ahead and finished tearing and inking my signatures. So, as you can see, it's just got nice little rough edge on it. You can do it whatever way you like, you know. And then I did put some, I reinforced my music paper with the washi. And then I added in this one an Edith Holden with the bee in there. And I think I'll have this one pull out, and this one will be like a side tuck on that. And then this will be, I'll put this one in the center, and as you can see, it's very roughed edge. It's off. It's not even. I don't want it to be. I want it to look like it's an old book that's, you know, kind of been used quite a bit. So, so I put that one in there, and there's enough pages in here for journaling and stuff that I didn't have to add anything additional in there. But this will be a little center one. And then this is the center, and I will probably put some pockets in here to add some extra tags. And then this will be the third signature, because I'm only going to do 3 in this one. And let's see, I put pretty much the same thing, except for this one has Janet Marsh's, and it has a little bumblebee in there. So, and predominantly this one will be, I think what I'm going to do is theme it like bees, but I'm also going to include some other things on the cover, like floral and strawberries and blue jean and lace and that kind of stuff on the outer cover. I'm not going to use, try not to use these colors because I don't want it all muted. I kind of want to add a little color, so I got some blue jean fabric and stuff like that to use, so I've got some ideas on that. So it's kind of one of those, it's how you feel at the moment kind of journals. So I pre-planned a little bit, but not too much. But I still need to score, so I thought I'd go ahead and do that. So if you're doing your thing too, you know, I did break down and buy a bigger scoreboard though. Because the little one, I got poked way too many times. I can figure this one out a little bit. I got poked in the hand too many times. The other one, the little bone scorer or whatever you want to call it, it has like another end, and it kept jamming me in the hand, and I just said, that's enough. So I'm just gonna, I kind of like this one because it's got a magnetic, it holds the sliding piece, the ruler piece down on it. So, alright. Get this kind of lined up a little bit. Yeah, sorry about my dogs. Everybody's coming home from work, so, you know. Where's my center on that one? There. Pink. Actually, let me score this end. Make sure yeah, like I said, everybody's kind of coming home from work, so they're gonna bark. Yeah, there we go. Ready to be folded. Fold down my tabs. Score those ones down too. But I am excited for Mother's Day because we are taking my mom up to the city. She loves to go up there on Mother's Day, and there's I think I've mentioned that before. There's a hotel that hotel that has this great Mother's Day brunch every year, and we went last year. It was awesome. So she wants to go again this year, so I'm excited about that. Because afterwards, I think she said she wanted to go to the Goodwill. So I'm all about that. All about that, so. Go and have some fun with that. So that is ready to be glued down. So I'll set that one aside. And do the little page inserts for this one. So let's see. How big are these? 6 1/4. So we'll score at what, 6 1/4 would be 3 1/8. Should be about halfway. Yippers. Yeah, and I like this cute little book because you can put it together and decorate it. You could actually add some pages in between if you wanted. I'd love to know what you guys are working on. If you guys got some projects going on that you're working on yourself. Oh. I creased it a little on the monk, but I got it fixed. So there's those. Let's see, these don't need to be scored. This does, though. You guys got plans for Mother's Day? Or are you hopeful that you're going to get to go to your favorite restaurant? Or what are you hoping for is for Mother's Day? For me, I don't care if my kids get me anything. I'm not, you know, I don't worry about that stuff too much. they have their own bills to have to pay, and have, you know, I mean, with Christmas and birthdays and everything else that come up, you know, it's like, dinner is good, or, you know, nice little card, that's fine. I don't worry about it too much. That one out too later. Just want to get everything scored and ready. Okay. I have more fun taking my mom out anyway. She needs a break. She works way, way too much. I keep telling her she just needs to retire already. She's in her 70s and she won't quit working. I think it's because she's afraid if she, you know, she'll get lazy with not having anything to do and bored. That and all her friends, you know, they all work where she works at, so she sees them all the time. My cardinal was here earlier. I was chirping at the window. Telling me good morning. Alright, that one's done. We got a little one here. I like these little itty bitty ones. Because they're so cute and dainty. I love the color in this because it's a little muted, but there is some color, some light pinks and yellows and stuff in the greens, and I really think that helps show off that color. Ooh, that's a little one. Yeah. Alright. Just a few more to go, I think. And then all our ephemera is ready to be glued and put wherever, so I will glue everything that needs to be glued down, and of course I won't do that on camera. I have it ready to go for the next video. Which I think I will lose my voice or something. Whew. I will probably do the cover, the book cover, because I think I'm gonna, like I said, I'm not just gonna cover it with just fabric. I think what I'm going to do is, well, I am gonna do fabric, but I think I'm gonna do another slow stitch on it. I really enjoy doing those. that slow stitching. It's a lot of fun. Very therapeutic. And the great thing is I can add stuff later if I want to it. If I decide, oh yeah, I'm not quite finished yet. I can certainly add stuff to it. So. I slept wrong or something. My neck today is really stiff. Nice little envelope there. Maybe stitch up the side or something. Yeah, I think I'm going to do some sewing in the signatures as well, but I think I might do that one on camera. Maybe. We'll see. If I can get that little doohickey to work again like I did before when I did that other video on your, you know, threads and threading your machine and stuff like that. Using the right kind of thread to use for paper. I might go ahead and do that one too, just so you guys can see how I do that. But other than that, I've got some other stuff. I'm going to glue those together, and I'm probably going to maybe pull out a few pieces and do some more inking before I have to wash my hands again. And then sit down and pull out that fabric and get everything kind of coordinated for the next video, for part 2 to do the cover. So until then, guys, thanks for joining me. Thanks for crafting along and being creative today. I think it's a let's get creative kind of moment. And I'm excited to finish up this journal. And I hope you guys hang out with me. And until then, plenty of hugs, loves, and blessings. Mwah. Bye.